Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm going to go over this AR pistol as promised, and I'll do all the parts. I'll do a quick overview of all the parts first, and I'll do a closer over the table view of everything. And I did have some new parts that came in and accessories that came in from my previous video from companies that saw the video and thought I should add or update some of the products, and I agree with some of those, and I'll do a closer look into those over the tabletop. But let's go tip to butt, starting with the muzzle device. Muzzle device is the Strike Industries cloak. I like it because it's nice and short and looks kind of cool at the same time. The barrel is a 10.5-inch Roscoe Bloodline barrel in 5.56, and the handguard is a Cloud Defensive Core V1. They don't make them anymore. They're going to have a new rail coming up soon. Weapon light up here is the Rain Micro, but this one has the Valhalla Tactical Balder body, so it just uses less screws and you can get it really close to the rail. And covers is the Slate Black Industries. Their covers and their slate stop, which I like. And next is the sling. The sling is Sly Tactical padded, and this is a 2-point sling. They even had the QD mounts in Flat Dark Earth as well, so that's super neat. New product, the Neomag Sentry Strap is a great sling holder, but it has trouble with the thickness of these padded slings. So 13-15 mil works. So I'll put that description or the name in some text here. They came out with they messaged me after my last video and they saw my sling fall off. So this one is, I'll do a closer look, but basically it does the it's some paracord, but done in a nice way where you could just pull on it. So I'll pull on it now, and you just pull your sling when you need to, but it does a good job. It's very strong and sturdy, so you just yank it off when you need it. Setting up is a little different and takes a little longer, but it works in the long run. All right, so it's moving back to the next part, and the upper and lower on this build is a Aero Precision M4E1. So these match, and it's a good part to build with. I especially like the lower as it comes with the trigger guard already part of the lower. And so on top we have the Unity Tactical Riser for the EOTech, and this is the EOTech EXPS 3.0, which means it's a the donut of death with 1 dot. And the G33 is back here, and I have the Unity Tactical, the new Omni. This will work. I did a video on that before, so this will work with multiple companies and their magnifiers. So this flips to the center when you don't need the 3X, which is nice. As you can see, it's in line with the profile of your build, so it's not hanging off to the side when you don't need it, and just flip it up. And internally I have, this is a Cali key, and that's because I'm in California. It's nice because you can keep all the features of this, and it makes it a bolt action, so you just got to cycle it every time, but you don't have to change anything else. If I go to another state to train, or if I move, I have a regular bolt carrier. This is a Roscoe, and throw in your charging handle, and it's pretty simple, and you're done. All right, internally I have a Timney 3-pound trigger single stage that came in literally yesterday, and it was easy to install, and we can do that. Let's do that right now. So before this trigger I had the ACT, which is a fine trigger, but it's nice to have a lighter trigger as well. So we're clear, and let's go and pull it. There's no creep, and it just breaks. Short reset, and yeah, it's really light, 3 pounds, and here we go. So there's absolutely no creep. You just ride on it, and then boom. I still need to shoot it with some live ammo, which hopefully I'll do soon. And moving on, I have the Reptilia CQG grip. You'll see them on a lot of my setups. It's probably one of my favorite grips, and this one has been stippled by Sneak Customs on Instagram. This measures him. He has a lot of these in stock. He does a great job. The texturing is really good on it, and I'll put his name in as well. All right, after that, I have the Law Tactical folder. So this is like really solid, and just fold it to the side, makes it even more compact. There's a ton of videos on that. I won't go into that, but basically you have this charge and it's folded. You have a single shot, and then because it won't cycle because the buffer is disengaged, close that, then you gotta cycle it again. But it's a nice little folder and really strong, and like the original. So there's other companies that make them, but I like Law Tactical. That's what I'm familiar with. And after this, I have a tanadized tube and SB Tactical SBA4, and I believe this is from Wiseman Company for the brace. It makes it a little bit more stable, and it looks better than black for that. All right, so I will do a closer up on this and go over it again. All right, see a little closer up. So there is a cloak and the Valhalla Balder with the Rain Micro. This is the Gen 1. I have not gotten any of the Gen 2 stuff yet. And this is the 50 Shades FDE version of the Slate Black Industries. You can see all the different colors. That one's like Coyote, and this one's like more Flat Dark Earth. So they had a mix of that, and that was a package deal for a while. I'm not sure if they still have any of those, but I think now they're all matching to this color or that color. Either way, the more the better. All right, here's a closer up of that sling catch of, they call it the Goblin. 1350 mil works, and it just hooks up right here. You just take it off, but it's got good tension on it. And I'll show you how to set it up in a bit. So there's a Unity stuff. Unity is really high quality. What I did learn is you just gotta watch your fingers when you want to put it up. You can easily pinch yourself there. So for me, I learned to grab onto the G33 and just flip it up. All right, there's the folder, the Law Tactical folder. You just push that button, and then it just folds. And this is a little spacer that goes in between. So this, if you forget to put this back in and you're running semi-automatic, it's going to be a single shot because it won't reach the buffer. So it like completes a gap. So also just keep in mind, if you're running the Law Tactical, it does add that much length to your length of pull. So that's just something to consider. I like the SBA4 because it's nice and sturdy and doesn't have much play in it, which is good. I'll just set it. And then closer up with that stippling. Yeah. And you can see the Timney Trigger. It's got that, it's a drop-in trigger, so it's got that housing that's kind of like goldish FDE. So it's FDE inside as well. All right, time to set up the sling. So this is, it's a little tighter, and this pull tab helps for setting it up. So I like to, and every single rifle of mine or AR pistol have you, has a different way of setting it up with the sling. Some of them I have, depending on where the OD QD swivel is, that's the best place for this setup, so I'm gonna run it that way. So basically you just fold it to where you want it, and there's so many different ways to do this. So let's do the end goal to make it so that you just yank on it and the whole thing comes out when you need it to, but it stays put when you don't need it. For storage or when you're carrying the backpack, you don't want your sling hanging out. Just one of many ways to store your sling. So here, this, like I said before, this takes a little bit longer to do than other setups, but once you set it, it's pretty good until you need it. So you find out creative ways to tuck it in, but right now, just with that, we're good to go. And since we're here, might as well do the trigger again, because it's a really nice trigger. Timney sent me this trigger as well as the DH3, the Daniel Horner, and I'll go over that in another video. But again, clear. There's just like no play, no creep, it just breaks. So this is a 3-pound trigger. Quick reset. That's it. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you to all the companies that support me and all the products I can bring in forward to you guys and share my knowledge with it. Next up, we'll be taking this to the range. I have a few other projects I need to hit the range with, and I'll get you some footage on that, on the trigger and running this as well. All right, guys. Till next time.